I've been in Ephesians doing a little deep dive and study for the last 5 days. And so one of the verses I've come along where I think as believers we need to work on specifically, me, people around me, is Ephesians 5:4. Nor should there be obscenity, foolish talk, or coarse joking, which are out of place, but rather thanksgiving. And so something as men specifically, but is going to be jokes, and like when that is life-giving or when it's speaking death, right? And so I think that's Proverbs 18:24, talking about how the power of the tongue can either speak life or speak death. And so those are the things. We can turn to James, and it talks about how the tongue directs. It's like a rudder that steers the ship. Though small, it steers the course of the way of the boat. And so we got to be careful because the tongue is the strongest muscle in the body. Also, what we speak is going to direct our life, whether that's positive things, we're going to be heading towards that way. If it's the truths and the promises of God, who we are and our identity in Christ, it will steer us towards that. Versus if we're even making jokes about others, jokes that are harmful to them, jokes about ourselves that might be, subconsciously building up those negative identities or whatever that is, we got to be very careful about how we speak. And it even says about foolish talk or joking. So even as guys, we got to find that line where, hey, this might not be a holy way to speak about someone else or to joke with a buddy, because we can have good fun. God has humor. I know he does. And so there are things that are funny, but then there's that line where we got to find where it's now leading people down a bad path or speaking words of death. And so that's a challenge of the week, is just think about the words you're saying and where they're steering you. All right, comment down below what you think about that. We'll see y'all. Peace.